it took the judge himself, in a very, very unprecedented move, to clear himself. And this is my point. When the judge did that, he was ridiculed in the media because he was telling us what we didn't want to hear. That this is not what I said. Go and do your homework. Instead of doing introspection, we went for the judge. He was cartooned. He was the Mambara of the week. The reason being, he was telling us something that we didn't want to hear. And these are the same people who claim to be messengers of truth. Yeah. How can we portray ourselves as messengers of truth when we are allergic to the same truth that we claim to be portraying? Yeah. That is my point. And even after the judge had cleared himself, we still went on with the lie of this corrupt relationship between Zuma and Sheikh. It's not about the judgment itself. I used Jacob Zuma as an example of how we peddle lies. Yeah. And our unbias. And our bias. I just used President Zuma. Let's look at Nkandla itself, for instance. You know, I was on another TV station last night, and a youngster, Stephen Huertas, boldly said Zuma spent 250 million on his private Nkandla home. He's stating it as a fact. Yeah. Where does he? What is the basis of his argument? Can he really point to Zuma's involvement in Nkandla? This is what we are trying to do. Yeah. Hence the Public Protector's report, the SIU report, and the minister's own report. Nothing so far. But the fact of the matter is, we want to go at all cost and link Zuma to that. It's not yet coming, but we have painted the guy as having been the mastermind behind the corruption that went on there. Yeah. This is unfair. Angle that we are pursuing, relentless.
You know, the confession made by the newspaper, the news editor here, is very important. And actually, even now, like some other news or some other editors, they are continuing to do the same thing, even as of now. There is an article that I'm going to have to go through, which were written by Daily Maverick. I think I will discuss that episode or that article in a different episode on a different video. But we're seeing there's a specific journalist there that continue to tell us or continue to drive the narrative that this is who Jacob Zuma is, and they are forcing or shoving this idea to us and making sure that we stick or we believe the idea that no. This is a cruel man. This man has messed up the country, sold all sort of things that have been said, like he has sold the country has messed up the country. Like that journalist will tell you everything bad. You understand? And I just wish to meet the journalist and ask the journalist, what good do you know that Jacob Zuma has done? And I'm definitely sure he is a Cyril Ramaphosa fan, right? He's writing all bad things about Zuma, right? And so I'm sitting here, I'm asking myself a question. Has he ever said anything negative about Ramaphosa? Has he ever stated the good things that Ramaphosa has done for this country? Or is part and parcel of those that are benefiting from Ramaphosa? It is a good idea for Ramaphosa to continue starve the black community and ultimately make the others rich, which is what Jacob Zuma has said, that no, our problem is that others have made themselves rich with the resources of Africa and deprived the others and left the others to starve. Right. Now I know you're not going to let me starve. You know why? Because you're going to subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment section below. You are going to click the notification bell. You are going to share this video. Watch the video until the end and watch the ads. That is definitely what you are going to do. Right. Speaking about the things that you are going to do. So go back and look into this, right? Everything bad has been said. But you must always ask the question, where is the proof, right? It's like, okay, let me say this. It's like when you are in an argument with a certain person, right? So what you tend to, when a person does not have facts to counter argue what you have put on the table, usually they stop bringing, or they don't bring facts at all on the table. But what they do, they then start questioning what is on the table, poking holes and causing doubt without providing any evidence, without substantiating anything. They will just want to poke doubt and cause people to doubt what is on the table. Then you are arguing with a person who does not have fact over what they are arguing about, but instead they just don't want they don't want to firstly acknowledge that what is on the table is a fact. 2, they just don't want to believe it. 3, they want other people to join them, right? I've been saying, you must listen to Brian Molefe, right, on Eskom, right? So, because when they speak, they say that Zuma collapsed Eskom, but when there was Zuma, there was no load shedding. So, how do you say that he collapsed Eskom? Because when he was there was no load shedding. To get a point, these people are saying something that they themselves know that it's the dumbest thing to say. But for some strange reasons, they find people to believe it. I just don't understand. Just because something comes from a newspaper, something comes from a national television, doesn't make it good, right? It doesn't make it fact. It becomes fact when it is proven so. And that's what people need to understand. So everything that comes from these people, it has to be questioned, right? You have to ask a question. So you're saying Zuma collapsed the country, everything wasn't going well, but we didn't have load shedding to begin with. Under the current regime, we've got load shedding. Have you ever heard the same people writing the same thing? No. The potholes. Have you ever heard them going hard on Ramaphosa, asking such questions? He's collapsed the country, there's potholes. No. Have you ever heard them going hard at Ramaphosa, saying that 500 billion was stolen during COVID-19? No. So in other words, we have people who've got the resources to investigate facts. So they choose who to investigate and what to say about that person. That is exactly what you are seeing. I am going to show you some other one of the journalists that does that, right? Guys, Ramaphosa himself has been asked, what have you done for South Africa? He himself, he couldn't answer that question. Why? Because we know nothing that he has done for this country. We know nothing, right? Up to so far, we have not found, or we have never found any evidence. I am busy, as of me, talking to you. In front of me, I'm looking at my laptop right here. I'm busy trying to find facts, trying to find at least something concrete that the man has done for the country. Nothing. But who is writing about that? Which newspaper have you heard, or have you seen a newspaper going hard on him? No, right? But we want to go hard on the other one, which is Zuma, right? 9 wasted years. Nothing was good. Guys, I'm going to show you more facts that life was better under that person. Life was better under Zuma than Ramaphosa. So you can't come here, fool us, broad daylight, and say, no, life was worse. We were there. When Zuma was there, we were there. So you can't tell us that it was worse. We know what's worse. Please do not fool our intellectual capacity, right? Guys, this editor, this guy who I think he was a journalist and then upgraded to editor. He's showing you. The other time I said to you guys, I met a person who works for a certain local radio station, right? A well-known radio station. He's a producer. He or she. Let's stop there. This person tells me that they were told never to say any good thing about Jacob Zuma. Right? He says there was a meeting. All the producers were there and they were told never to say anything good to Zuma or about Zuma. Right? Sorry, not to Zuma, but about Zuma. Right? So this person says to me, but facts were before us. That's the person who made me realize that, no, that's actually the best performing president ever. while others want to make him the worst performing president ever, in fact, it's actually the contrary to that. The best performing president ever. The country has never had such a person. The country's never look. The country's infrastructure has never been so good or so well maintained than under the current regime, under the administration of Jacob Zuma. But there is a person somehow, somewhere, who even today, like guys, sometimes you ask yourself a question: where these people have got an audacity, right? They just lie straight into our faces, right? That is what is happening. So I'm yet to find the good things that Ramaphosa has done for this country. And I'm yet to see journalists going hard on Ramaphosa to show that it's not about, they don't hate Zuma, it's about fact. If it's about fact, I am waiting for them. I'm waiting to see such. If that does not happen, it means you have a personal vendetta. You hate Zuma. You do not care about the fact on the table. You just have your own hatred towards the man. And you are asking or inviting or hotspotting us to hate the man. Whoa, well, we are going to tell you today. We are not going to listen, or we are not going to accept the invitation. We will not put the password to connect through that hotspot so we can join you as you want to hate the man. In fact, you are going to make us vote the man. Continue writing, continue doing it. You are going to make us want to vote for the man. I promise you on that one, because now we see that you don't investigate facts. You choose. You've got eyes. You choose what's good and what's not good. You say others are cruel, but you don't speak about others. Why? We want to know that why. Today we've got this. You can even stop my channel. Other channel will rise and will speak, because I'm inspiring other people to start their own channels. So if you stop this one, 10 more will rise up. Today we've got this power of social media. We speak what is in our mind, and people who resonate with it join us. So you can write, you can say all the things that you want to say, unless otherwise you are willing to answer this question. What have the men done, Ramaphosa? Why, you journalists, you haven't written anything? We haven't seen you going hard on Ramaphosa. Why we haven't seen that? Unless you are willing to answer all those questions, then we are also not willing to borrow you our time and our ears, or to even listen to the nonsense that people are writing, right? Because we see it for what it is. We are tired of being told this is bad and this is good, but we see that no, actually this is good, this is bad, right? No, we are not going to do that. Not this time. This time, we are going to straightforward. We'll look at what's good for us.